What it do? Bedtime crew. Hey man, listen, today I'm gonna be talking about UFC 293, Adesanya versus Strickland. I'm gonna give you my predictions, including why Israel Adesanya is going to knock out Sean Strickland inside 2 rounds and depress everybody that wants to see him win. Okay, but first things first, let's go through the main card. I'm gonna give you my full predictions on my Instagram at Bedtime MMA. I'm just gonna do the main card today. All right, boys, let's get straight into it. First things first on the card, we got Tyson Pedro versus Anton Takash. Okay. Uh, pretty, you know, I can't believe that it's really pick'em. That's pretty interesting to me, honestly, because in my opinion, when I saw this booked, I thought, why are we giving Tyson Pedro another easy fight? I feel like this guy's had a lot of layups given to him. I know he's coming off a really bad injury in his comeback. He's had two good fights and then he lost to Modestas Bukauskas, but I think Tyson Pedro's going to get this one done, and I actually feel like Tyson Pedro by submission is not a bad pick here. Okay, Tyson Pedro has a very good ground game. I've seen him get a lot of submissions in the UFC. I've always said this. I vividly remember this Kimura, like standing Kimura that he swept a guy with. I don't remember who it was, but Tyson Pedro's ground game is very good. I think it's going to be pretty, back and forth, kind of touchy on the feet. Maybe he hurts Takash and then gets on the ground and locks up a submission, or maybe it doesn't go super well for him on the feet. He looks for that takedown. I definitely think we're either looking at a Tyson Pedro round one finish or we're looking at an Anton Takash decision W. I have this feeling that Tyson Pedro really does not want to go 3 rounds in this fight. He said something about finishing this fight early, so I definitely feel like this is going to be a fight where he's coming for the finish early on. Pause. Big fucking pause, all right, dude? All right, dude. Hold it. All right, we got Justin Tafa versus Austin Lane. I'm going to go with Justin Tafa by KO. I know a lot of people are low key leaning Austin Lane. I know, me personally, I definitely considered picking Austin Lane the first time they fought, just because I saw their record and I was like, he's basically doubled the wins of Justin Tafa. But I've watched this guy fight, this Austin Lane dude. This dude is fucking ass, bro. Like, respectfully as I can say it, bro, this dude is ass, dude. Straight up, bro. Justin Tafa, I know he's lost to fucking Jared Vandera, bro, but you watch somebody fight and you know that if he's coming in prepared whatsoever, and he's learned at all from how it was going the first time. Obviously, he's going to be probably a little bit more aggressive, looking to avoid any sort of flow from Austin Lane. He wants to just come in, finish off where he left off, and just fucking finish him. I definitely think Justin Tafa is going to catch him and put him down. I've seen this guy get KO'd by Greg Hardy, who was making his MMA debut. So his record is definitely not as impressive, I think, as it looks on paper. I would definitely say I have a little bit more trust in Justin Tuff. He's a bit more of like a knowledgeable commodity in my opinion. Like he's somebody I recognize, somebody I know like what they're good at, what they're not good at. Okay, Austin Lane's just a big dude with power. All right, flyweight division we've got Manel Cup, the goat, versus Felipe dos Santos. Can't even get a photo. This company's only worth $4.2 billion. That's okay, guys. I know updating websites pretty hard. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna go Manel Cup by either decision or maybe KO in the first round. I think Manel Cup versus Felipe dos Santos is going to be an underrated fight of the night contender, alongside Volkov versus Tuivasa. I'll talk about that very soon. But I just think the short notice nature of this and the state that Manel Cup's in right now in his career, he's found a lot of consistency. Like when he came to the UFC, he really wasn't very consistent. Like he was trying good, but I don't think he was pulling the trigger as much. But now you see him fight, he's very confident. He's very aggressive. He's landing good shots. He's finishing really good guys. Pause. Uh, so I just think Manel Cup's just better, man. I really think he's moving on to bigger and better things. He's going to be doing title elimination bout in his next fight, probably. He's at that level. So I feel like it'd be stupid for me to not pick Manel Cup. But Felipe dos Santos, I'm very excited to see him fight Manel Cup. He's a shoot the box guy. I pick the Bronx. I pick a champion. The champions in name doesn't Vera. There you go, guys. I gave you the impression, all right? You're happy now. You're happy? I like to make the people happy. Okay, let's move on before I skits out even more. Let's go Tuivasa versus Volkov in the heavyweight division. Tuivasa is not a bad underdog here, dude. Okay, because Tuivasa does pretty good against taller guys. He's probably used to fighting taller guys in his career, but thinking on how good, Swolkov, the GOAT, the Russian GOAT, has looked lately, and looking on the performances recently of Tai Tuivasa, I just get the sense that this is going to be similar to Tuivasa versus Spivak. So Tuivasa, before he got cut from the UFC the first time, He was on a 2-fight losing streak. They gave him Sergey Spivak in Australia on the Israel Adesanya versus Robert Whittaker card, and he lost that fight. He started out pretty good, then he lost. I feel like this is going to be exactly the fucking same, dude. There's something about fighting in front of a home crowd for some of these guys that just does not help them whatsoever. And Volkov's such a bad matchup, dude. Volkov's a tall, long, dangerous striker. He's big as fuck, dude. He's got power as well. He's a very, very crafty veteran as well. He knows what he's doing. There's no real weaknesses in his game except for his chin, I guess, but we haven't seen him get knocked out in so long. So I'm going to pick Alexander Volkov by TKO round 1 or round 2. I can see a front kick to the body hurting him. Or I can even just see a big right hand as Tuivasa is trying to bum rush him, dude. I feel like this is going to be one of those fights where Tuivasa starts off pretty good with the leg kicks, and then, maybe it starts going the other way. He rushes it, and he just gets put down, dude. So I'm going to pick Alexander Volkov by TKO. I could see the big right hand that he got over him with. I can see the body kicks. I feel like it's going to be a pretty sad fight, but before the finish, it should be a good fight. And I think after the fight, they're going to be super respectful. We'll probably get a cool photo on Instagram of them having a beer together or something like that. So I'm going to go Volkov by TKO. Main event. All right. We've got Israel Adesanya versus Sean Strickland. Here's the fucking thing about Sean Strickland, you guys. I got to say something, dude. I don't know how to say this, man. First and foremost, I'm picking Israel Adesanya by KO. I put that in the title. I'll put that in the thumbnail. I'm picking Israel Adesanya by KO. Let me explain why. Number one thing I want to talk about is Sean Strickland. Okay, Sean Strickland. I don't know how he's done it. This guy is both overrated and underrated. I don't understand because, like, against lesser competition like Nasruddin Imavov, Abush Magomedov, whoever else you want to think, he's always getting counted out. People are going, dude, Strickland's shit, but he might win this fight, you know what I mean? But at the same time, those wins that he's gotten, they don't really prove anything, dude. Like who has he beat that's anything like? I always go by this. People want to use MMA math, but then when you apply it back, they're like, oh, that's not how it works. Who has Sean Strickland beat that's anything like Israel Adesanya? He hasn't fought anybody with this type of skill. The only guy he's fought that's even close to fucking Israel Adesanya is Alex Pereira. And he got flatlined, dude. Okay? And I know why he got flatlined. It's because he didn't wrestle. All right? And I just want to say this. The wrestling that people want Sean Strickland to... They're like, oh, just wrestle. Dude, Sean Strickland should just wrestle. What a great... dude, genius idea. Why doesn't Sean Strickland just wrestle? Again, when have we seen Sean Strickland wrestle a guy for a win? When have we ever seen him use his grappling to beat a guy at a high level? We haven't. We haven't. He shoots one takedown per 15 minutes. It's probably part of his cardio system as well as the fact that he's just a striker. He likes to fight. I just do not see a world where Sean Strickland takes down Israel Adesanya more than once, maybe twice at best. I really don't. I think people underestimate Israel Adesanya's defensive grappling. He's got good takedown defense. The only people that have really taken him down are guys that he was not expecting it from at all, Or even Marvin Vettori, who's very similar to Sean Strickland. He couldn't do shit with Israel Adesanya on the ground. Sean Strickland and Marvin Vettori are basically the same fighter if you really think about it. One of them just has a better personality and the other one has a better chin. So I'm taking into account the fact that Israel has already fought Marvin Vettori, and Sean Strickland, his performance against Alex Pereira just makes me think he's a bit chinny. He's just not on that level of striker. He just does not have the skills to beat Israel Adesanya, in my opinion. And as a whole, what I think of this fight, I just feel like it's a huge step back in competition. It feels like a waste of a fight almost. Because we want to see Israel Adesanya versus Dricus du Plessis. We want to see him against Khamzat Chimaev. This reminds me of when it was like, oh, Marvin Vettori's fighting for the belt. Like, nobody thinks Sean Strickland's actually going to win, dude. So, with that being said, my final vision of this fight, or my final prediction is, I see Sean Strickland coming out, jabbing, talking a bit of shit. Israel Adesanya blasts some hard leg kicks. Everything seems pretty chill. The crowd gets kind of bored. And then, boom, Israel Adesanya hurts him with either a head kick or a big right hand or a left hook. Sean Strickland gets the Bambi, like, wobbly legs. And Israel Adesanya stuffs a bad takedown from him, puts him against the fence, beats the shit out of him, and the ref stops it. And maybe Sean Strickland goes to a knee, and the ref stops it, and he's complaining about the stoppage, but he's all wobbly. So I'm going to say round 1 or round 2 TKO for Israel Adesanya against the fence. He hurts Sean Strickland randomly out of nowhere. with his EPO powers. Shout out to the puppy, trust. But yeah, I think he's gonna early stoppage Sean Strickland a little bit, and he's gonna do a little dance in celebration. The crowd's gonna go crazy. He's gonna call out Chimaev or Dricus Duplessis, some shit like that. I feel like everyone's gonna forget about this whole dog controversy that MMA Gurus pointed out as well. And yeah, that is my bleak prediction for UFC 293, Israel Adesanya versus Sean Strickland. So let me know what you guys think down below of this main card. What do you think of the card? What do you think's gonna happen? Am I good with my predictions? Do you think I'm gonna be wrong? I'm probably the best predictor on YouTube. Let's be nah, I'm tripping. But my full card picks for the prelims are gonna be on my Instagram at Bedtime MMA. So go follow me over there. And yeah, boys, tell Lucas Tracy or Papi Gio to send me the contract, bro, because they're both ducking me. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. I'll see you in the next video, boys. Goodbye.